In this video, I'm going to show you how to make designs in Keynote. Let's go. So before we get started, let me remind you, if you're looking for more tips, tricks, hacks, tutorials, and other design inspiration videos, then make sure you click that subscribe button. And also don't forget to hit that notification bell to get notified every time that I post a new video. So the other day, I was thinking about free design tools, and I was thinking about Canva, and I was thinking about Over, and a few of those other companies that make free design software. And I was like, there must be something that's already on people's laptops that they can use. And I was like, oh yeah, Keynote. And you may be thinking that's like presentation software, but there's some actual powerful tools within this platform that you can create some cool designs. So I'm going to walk you through that right now. We're going to jump in, I'm going to make a design, and hopefully you'll learn something. So the purpose of this is to show you that you can create cool things without spending a penny. As long as you've got some kind of Mac computer or laptop, you can access Keynote for free and you can design something. So let's get started. So I'm here in Keynote. I think this is the most up-to-date one, I'm not sure, but this should all work with previous versions. And so what I've done is I've changed, if you go to the document up here, I've changed this to slide size, and I made a custom slide size, and that's 1500 by 1875. That's kind of the normal 4:5 aspect ratio for Instagram. So I've made that. So now we kind of have our artboard set up like you would on Photoshop. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to bring a photo in and show you one of my favorite features about Keynote. So we're going to bring in this photo here. And we're just going to put this in a position, just make sure we're happy with the centering here. So something like that. Okay, now what I'm going to do is go to Format up the top right here, and then we're going to go to Image, and then you'll see something that says Instant Alpha. So just click that. And then what you're going to do is come over to the image, and you'll start to just drag out on the cursor here, and you'll start to see this kind of red line. And this is just removing the background. So you just hold, drag, release, and then go to the next part, hold, drag, release, like so, hold, drag, release, and then do it in here as well, in this little section here, like that, and just get rid of this area here too, like so. So you can see already that we've removed the background, and it was that quick. Okay, it's not as good as Photoshop, but Photoshop, you have to pay hundreds of dollars a year, and this is completely free. So keep with me, because I think this is gonna be really useful for some people. So we've removed the background. Now it works the same way. We have layers and we have an arrangement. So I can bring new photos in here. So I'm gonna just chuck in this background here. It's like a sky, and we're gonna drag that to fill the template here. And then all I'm gonna do is go to Arrange in the top right, and then move this to the back. So there we go, that image has already been moved. Just gonna move that around a little bit. Okay, cool. And we can adjust like the color of things, the exposure of things. We can make this image, actually, we can tweak some of the effects to look pretty cool. So you can see like we can bring up this adjust image thing, and then we have a lot of options, which is almost comparable to like Photoshop's raw filters. We can adjust the highlights, we can add noise, or we can denoise. We can do quite a few things. We can even just automatically enhance, which is what I'm gonna do here. I'm gonna do that on there, and then I'm also gonna enhance this image too, like so. So now we've got this like cool lady in the clouds. I don't know what you'd call this, but it's pretty cool. And then I'm just gonna add maybe some text. So we're gonna go over to the text tool up the top bar here, click on text, and then we can start to create some text boxes. And so to do that, we're gonna click on text. There you go. Okay, I couldn't see that, so I've just made about 1 million of them. Let's get rid of those. Okay, so here's the text box here. So I'm just gonna make that bigger first so we can see what we're doing. And then I'll make that white as well so we can just see. So there we've got some text. So you can do this exactly like Photoshop now. We have a text box. We can double click and start typing something. So I will call this, let's give this a caption like, your future is bright. Okay, let's make that like that. And so now we have access to all our fonts on here, which is pretty cool. And so let me just start making something and see what it looks like. So I'm gonna find a font that I like. There was one that I did like that I've been using quite a lot recently. It's called, begins with a P. Where is it? It's called Poplar, there we go. I like this one just for like big chunky text. So then now what you can do is you can go down to this little cog here. You can bring the spacing in. You can change like the baseline shift. You can also, if you come down to the spacing here, we can reduce that, which is what I'm going to do. So now we've got this text that looks cool. We can make this bigger. So I'm going to just bring the sizing up of that. Let's make that like 500. Maybe 400 instead. Maybe 350. Okay. So we can do something like this. We can change the justification of it. So maybe I want it like this. Like so. Okay. So we can like bring this in here. And we can make this, let's make this red. Something like this. So this looks pretty cool already. And then what I can do is I can like go to this image, I can duplicate this. I'm gonna keep that where it was. And now I'm gonna edit that mask. Like so. Sorry, I'm gonna instant alpha it and just remove some of this section here. Sorry, my bad. So I'm gonna remove this section here. Hopefully be able to make it look like the text is like in between some of these things here. There's probably an easy way to do this. In fact, I know the easier way to do this. So what we'll do is we'll come out of that like so, and then we'll get rid of that top layer. And then now what I'm going to do is just get rid of the yaw here, like that. Duplicate that layer, and then I'm going to type yaw at the top. Okay, then I'm going to move this one to the back. So we'll go arrange, back, forward. There you go. So now this text kind of looks like 3D. It's weaving between the subject. So we can add some other effects to this text as well. So like I can go over to the text section here, go to the cog, add an outline, and we can choose like what the effect of the outline is. So if we want to make this kind of like a little rustic, we can do that. We can make sure the color matches. So we go here, and we'll select the right color. So now this text looks kind of like it's got some effects on it. I'll make sure I do that for the same thing here as well. So we'll go like so, add an outline, go like that, and then go to here, like so. So you can see like it now has that kind of like rough texture on there. So there's a lot of things you can do within Keynote, and I'm already enjoying like kind of the process of making it. It's quite intuitive, which is kind of refreshing coming from Photoshop, because Photoshop's pretty intense and you have to kind of learn the way to do things. Although you can't see layers on here, I'm sure there is a way of doing so, but although I can't see layers right now, you can kind of work out where everything sits. So as long as this isn't too much of a complex design, you can do pretty good things with Keynote. So now you can add some like filters over the top, which is, you don't have blend modes, not that I've found anyway, but we can add some stuff. So I'm gonna grab this photocopy layer here, which is just like one I found online, and we can make that bigger like so, just cover the artboard. And then what I can do is go to style and bring the opacity down like so. And I'm going to tweak the settings so that it kind of shows up in the best way possible. So it's not like a proper blend mode, but it might help us to get some kind of cool grainy effects. There we go. So I'm just putting the levels here, that's helping. Bring the opacity down a little bit more. So you can see that's got some effects on there now. So it really is pretty simple to use Keynote and make cool things on here. And then once you've made it, it's just as simple to export as well. So you go File, Export to, Images, and then you just choose which slide it is. Maybe you can make 5, 10 different designs in here and export them all at once. Choose JPEG high quality or PNG or whatever you want to use, and then next, and then you can just save this as, and we'll save that to the desktop just so you can see it. I'm just going to export that, and then all we have to do is go to the desktop, and there it is. So a really, really easy way, something that you'll probably already have on your computer if you're a Mac user, something that you can access for free right now and you can create some cool things with. So why don't you try this out and let me know how you get on. So if you've enjoyed this video, make sure you leave a like. It really does go a long way to helping this channel, and consider subscribing for plenty more videos like this to come. As always, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you again soon.